Vitality have what it takes.
Oh, there's already a bit of an engagement brewing, and it's Camo that falls right away. But so much presence towards this B site. He was a lamb to the slaughter, but it's all a ruse. The re-aggression does not work, though. Team Liquid find one, but Derke keeps claiming heads, and Nats, the last
nightmare in terms of the early game, because the one man you could potentially have his ult in round 2.
They've spotted him too. They know where Nats is.
The one thing I will say is I almost don't want him to get it, because
Let's go Alpha, I'm going with you on Alpha, boys.
Cypher on side.
I'm checking link. Close right, Derke.
That's right.
Keep it out, keep it out.
Okay, Cypher there.
4v3,
guys.
Can we do sound now on site?
Yes, here.
Wait, I will take gun. I will take gun.
Boys,
I will take gun.
Oh, here we go. 50 seconds left, and we get back in with a 4 versus 4. Vitality trying to surround this A site, put the pressure on the defenders, holding for that rotate back through mid as well. We can see Derke playing this patiently, and the Spike still not trying to push onto that site. Liquid might start trying to color in those missing spaces, and that runs right into Derke's hands. Now the advantage, they can press on with another falling. Individual fights going their way, and now they can group. Wayne at least isolates the first, but no chance in that battle.
I guess so. Because otherwise, I'm going to go back to where I die. Like that, I don't think that was the plan. Yeah, just push the button reactionary, and that's a piece of utility gone. Dimensional drift sent in, and well, it is at least information. Now they walk into Nat's domain. This is the scarier site.
Yeah, kill trip's not as effective as they were in the past, but they're playing behind them towards the spawn. Derke, not quite close enough to hear that.
Good,
there we go. He
steps
steps in and breaks it. Now, poor old Team Liquid. They don't have their utility to contain anymore. Got to commit those players to the angles, and time is ticking away. Purpo as well. I mean, breaking back into the site with an Odin is tough when you've got 2 players in this connector space. That's a really rough fight to try and take. Good stun as they break out. That op was completely negated. Damage done onto Nats as well on the fall down. And Purpo still being watched. Great play from Vitality across the board. And even after a pick, Wayne's got a 1v3 with barely any time on his hands. And his best chance is to save that op.
Yeah, try and make their move. Like the Hunter's Fury pop, the second's like, okay, they're going to try and swarm us. They're going to try and
Derke gets so much dismantled the trap that they had sprung, or had prepared to spring. How does Chronicle get away with that? Luckily, the trade out is there still. MiniBoo taking out Derke, and now Jamppi. Okay, advantage to Liquid. We could be seeing the beginnings of their first round win.
Here. Yeah, MiniBoo has been putting in a shift over the last couple of rounds, like making rounds that looked damning winnable. Purpo in a bit of an off angle, has managed to find himself one, but eventually traded out. Timing for Nats is good, but it's a little messy. The thing is, though, with PROFEK so low, this has to be their first round.
Surely, yeah. I mean, the spray from Purpo was enough. He did so much damage to PROFEK, and now, yeah, I mean, down goes UNFAKE, leaving that 17 HP. Possible, but this is going to have to be one hell of a performance.
Yeah, there's just moments, even in the rounds that they're winning, where you just go like they put a Prowler through. It doesn't check that corner, but also they just were completely unaware that someone could have just walked up mid. It's like these are... You're bailed out by the fact that MiniBoo
was, and when Derke started running, those steps would have been heard. But then I see Wayne leave the A site. I thought the information was there that this was a play towards A, but instead they're catching up. Purpo is forced back by that flash even. You can't hold that first angle, and it looks like Vitality have got a plan for free.
Oh my.
He needs to be stopped. So much impact from Derke, and Jamppi gets ahead of the ult. Camo's on site, but so many players to deal with. Gorgeous work from Vitality.
2 crazy shots in a second, and I was worried about that ult combo, the dimensional drift, and the convergence path, but they've dealt with it with flying colors. A chance for Wayne, but the lineup was just a little too much. And for Nats, it's another attempt at what looks like an impossible scenario, and while holding an Odin with an angle, that's difficult to do. MiniBoo.
That's, I mean, if they push up to that corner, you're already going to be visible from there. Like, what? What were you thinking? Anyways, right, opening pick and another.
30 seconds left.
Cutting through. 25 seconds. That's the hope. This time Nat's in the right place at the right time. He stopped the flashes, and that gives him a chance. Somehow, Derke managed to stay alive. I thought he was dead for sure with the spam, and he's also been caught by the edge of the pulse. It means he can't deny the plant, he can't deny anything. Chronicle now on a different angle, still having to run back across mid.
Yeah, that was, I mean, gate crash of the year, I think.
This was a rough round. Like losing a fight to, he just didn't see him on the jump.
That's a shame. Chamber going back as well, and unless this is a fake from Vitality, this is being read. Liquid have rotated now 3 players towards this A site. Derke's going to be sent through, but that could find the information. He's taking down the traps at least. Molly's already good, but there's MiniBoo spotted, and they know about the players towards the elbow, but it might be too late to go back now. So many bodies already on the floor, 3 players pushed in towards the site, a big battle brewing, and the whole squad here for the side of Liquid. A good reveal, and the shots land for UNFAKE too. Somehow, we're back to a 2v2. Vitality, they seem to even have time to get that plant. I love that from UNFAKE. He baits them with a plant and waits for his teammate then to know that he's secure. Playing it together, and now they've spotted Wayne too.
Oh, does that get both?
Yep.
I think it might have done. They've had to fall back. Flank still coming in. And UNFAKE's connected. Another. The we've always loved about any team with Nats in it. Now they look to enter straight in towards this B side. A couple of players holding the line, but PROFEK has been dealt with.
Yeah, as you said, Nats always a player known for finding those results from behind, but
BS.
Yeah, behind in the scoreline isn't normally what we mean. A chance here for Jamppi to even numbers, but he's taken down right after. Liquid keeping these fights together. That's what we need to see. Nats is tagged up low, but his cam's covering their back. So much info in their hands, thanks to him. And Derke's got players on either side. Here's the reload up top, goes for the fight, but the swing should be there any moment.
Oh, nice dodge.
It did come in. In fact, they're already coming through. The Astra utility will start to be focused towards this site. And it looks like Liquid have pushed before the rotates come in. But if they're delayed, if they're slowed here, this push could fall flat completely. And they're being picked, they're being damaged. Nats down to 40 already.
Yeah, Jamppi's done his job. And the rest of the team are already here. They're ready and waiting. Dart, flash, nice counter though. Nats just hitting every shot. He's given them a lifeline, giving them a chance, but needs someone to step up alongside for Liquid.
Yeah, a huge round. And again, I think so much of that comes down to the timing. It just took Liquid that little bit too long. When they come to push into the site, you've still got that utility to deal with. But most importantly,
given up now, they have the advantage, but Chronicle was pushed all the way up on A. That's a decent trade back though. And in fact, that gives them weaponry. That's far more important than a pick than maybe realized. This is scary though. Again, you have this 1-2 punch. That's waiting on the other side, but it's the flank from MiniBoo. There's the main talking point. They've spotted out Wayne, but they still don't know where that snake in the grass is. And now he looks to strike, stunned up his Derke, and he does win both. Integral from MiniBoo. And a chance a round that looked almost done from the beginning.
Even for the recovery of this series here for Liquid, because it is so far gone, but every round here helps, and this has to be one that they take. A 3 versus 2, time now on their side.
Yeah. Look at the positions as well.
Yeah, this is it. You have to pick them all off. And that relies on them giving fights, which Camo just did, but he wins it. And now Chronicle should have an impossible task. He gets in and taps the first. The problem, someone has to peek. There's no longer someone up in heaven to confirm that he's not defusing, but Chronicle misses the window. Doesn't catch the kill. They know it's not half, and off time alone, this one should be Vitality. Treat these ults like a bingo card and tick them all off. You could have a round coming your way, and not many needed. Already Hunter's Fury is going to be fired through, but a big pace taken as Camo tries to invade that backside, but he's being pushed. Big stun active, and the shots land with PROFEK down, but Derke and UNFAKE, they stand by, ready to take every battle. And Liquid will be denied ground on the B site. They move back to mid, thinking it might be easier, but no, that task to close it out. Liquid having to fight back. Already the Nightfall's put through, and it's caught one at least, sending them back, but Derke activates the ult. He's being dealt with at least to start. PROFEK, though, finds a valuable pick. That's the man advantage, and MiniBoo has to hunt him down. But up in heaven,
He's tagged.
PROFEK's already repositioned, and he's waiting for that retake coming through from mid. The presence here from Liquid towards spawn completely denied any impact. That flash was huge, but now he's out of them. And those three players on backside looking to brawl. MiniBoo leading the charge, Camo by his side for 2, and the round seems to be tidied up as a result. But PROFEK still breathing up top will buy them a chance, an opportunity if he can find the shot amongst the chaos. But look how patient they're being, hiding behind cover, not giving him a shot, and then as he... I think it will be a late A hit, but that... Well, it looked like for a moment it would almost pull PROFEK to rotate back over, especially with pistols, but the gamble's being called from Vitality. They take B, they push up, and now the info's there. The road... Tom, Liquid were late before, and somehow in this round they're late again.
Yeah,
15 seconds, 4 players from Vitality will be here.
Derke in position, going to try and give himself a pocket of space. They dived into the angle, and they've not checked him, they've not found him. They're running out of time. Liquid have to go now, and it's Derke. It's go.
Yeah, for Vitality, already a lot of space taken towards A. Now, Liquid have pushed down B, but it was Liquid who had those slow attacks, who allowed those rotates to come through. Vitality don't suffer from those issues, at least not normally. For now, though, Derke goes down as the big play towards Tallbox comes in. Camo will be shut out of the play, but Wayne still keeping it alive on site. Great work from Wayne. That's the man advantage. No need to throw it away.
Spike planted.
Util gone, and patience from Nat. It's a little bit labored, but he gets the job done. And now PROFEK left into a clutch scenario. First comes easy, but anything else should be impossible. They're holding that cross as long as Purple doesn't completely whiff. And well, luckily,
The dog sent through for the information, and as he's sending that flash, MiniBoo's timing comes in perfectly.
the stack hasn't
Vitality
moved.
already a man down in that corner that was salvoed not that long ago. Has Camo, no surprise, tucked in, waiting, but now they're ready for him, and he's not getting out of there. Domination in those first few fights, and it continues for a 3v2. The plants needed, the time low. MiniBoo, though, he can't get anything done here. No denial.
Backside and leave Purpo. Not a lot to play with. This was as pure as a bonus as you're going to get. A lot of weak weapons, so even an extra gun dropped here would be huge, but they're waiting. I don't mind this. The backside is a normal target for an Armageddon.
Oh, nice shot by Camo, and the stunned up UNFAKE hindered in that corner. He will be dropped. MiniBoo again, the same play as the previous round. No friend with him this time, but he doesn't need it. A nice one to start. The stuns even land. Oh, I don't know about that. He got away. Well, MiniBoo, I'll never question you again, my friend. 1 versus 5 for Derke, and as we said, you didn't want momentum. Look at this idea as well. They're feigning aggression towards A to then play through the bathroom. Wayne's got himself one. Somehow they've spammed back, and MiniBoo swings in. He's still going. The spike's being retrieved. He can't hold the line there, but the advantage is theirs nonetheless. Team Liquid 3 versus 2.
I feel like I'm watching Deathmatch or Spike Rush. Like it's just two teams running at each other, or mainly one team running at the other. They have managed to get the spike down. Now, they had some wonderful ultimates for the post-bomb, but all of those people are dead. And it means that Camo, if he can figure out where one of these players are, that convergence path would leave them trapped in an impossible scenario. PROFEK, though, from the heavens. This was his spot last time they played. He dealt damage versus Fnatic. And even putting a couple of bullets into the body of an opponent, they don't even know where UNFAKE is. And to be honest, why would you expect him to be here? Look at where that plant spot is. He's just hiding in the back lines, allowing PROFEK to basically win this round single-handedly. And Camo's desperately, he just wants to kill. He just wants to finish off PROFEK, and he may get his wish. But that's all she is to actually use them.
I think they tried to bait them out there.
Jamppi's had them online for a while. It's an aggressive position, and finally they managed to punish MiniBoo. They just comboed the ults, though. They managed to slow them down and then pick them off with the orbital strike. Wayne, it's labored. That was a chance to almost confirm the round. Instead, he's given them a way back in.
Bomb buddy out.
Big old dump, big combination from Wayne and Camo. It might amount to nothing, but Derke 21 HP. They spam right after the drone. Of course they do! But PROFEK now with a real chance. In goes the Viper's Pit, but a molly on the other side. That's going to buy so much time. PROFEK decides to play up close, though he's not backed all the way off. Nats has to clear everything. If he steps out of this pit, major problems start to pop up, but the patience, PROFEK expects it to be a fake to start. He stepped around it and in he goes, but Nats.
Like having that orbital strike, and then look, you see immediately, it's not even, they actually put them through almost exactly on time. The orbital strike goes just before, so they start panicking, and then they get hit by that convergence path, slowing them completely, not allowing them to move.
The change will be aggression from Pick. Even as that spare rifle to fall back to, the economy sitting so pretty for Team Liquid right now that they can afford to take those kind of risks.
But that's,
Purple's now in this TP, and they know about it. You know, luckily there's no salvo online, otherwise that door will be open very soon.
Seeker's used. 25 seconds left. MiniBoo, the operator, was the spanner in the works this round, but he's still got that rifle to back up on, and he still has Nats as backup. And sometimes he doesn't need the backup himself.
More comfortable here.
It's his map, man. It always
absolutely
has been,
is.
it always will. Chronicle has got an opening kill. He has still died within the first 10 seconds, but you know what? We take that. We take that. It's an upgrade. Nats has just run down. He's just running it down. He's finally dead. It's almost like he was testing the waters just for these last few rounds. How far can I go?
I've never seen a fight here.
Can I push? How is MiniBoo alive?
It's a 2v1 fight in this. I don't even know.
He's got to die. There's no way he can get anything here. There's no way he can get away with this. He's fighting. How is MiniBoo alive? He's turning back around. I don't understand how anyone can get away with this much disrespect.
Bro, that looks so stupid. I've never seen this before. When someone's saving a weapon, sure, but not the actual round plan. Oh my goodness! I mean, it could be going into Vitality's favor. It could be Liquid fumbling, and 9-3.
Yeah.
Hell, I mean, it's more palatable than a 10-2. That's for sure.
No, he has the advantage. He's looking for the fight. He's got his ult. He's got salvo. He's got so much, but it's
Teed up aggression from the defense. Derke up here for the first fight, but he's got two players behind him, three bodies on the floor. Oh my!
I didn't see anyone, Mitch. I know what I'm talking about. I think he was alone.
Yeah, he might
the
have
other
been.
two must have just fallen off the map, even though that's not possible here. They went in the TP and it bugged and it disintegrated.
Took him somewhere else.
Yeah, because I've not seen anyone in this side. Chronicle, he's not in the first fight. Maybe he could be in the last one. He's taken out Camo. PROFEK in the smoke will dance with death and find it. Yeah.
When they were fighting deep into his own spawn, it almost feels like Liquid have given the rounds to Vitality that they've got. Hard fought in this even as the trade started out. Liquid drawing the first blood. The trade back, great flash. It's caught them, but the second not so much. Adjustments still leave things neck and neck. Purple, well, I thought he was going to get out with the spike instead, wrapping around, checking the angle just in time. And Nats helps out. The alley-oop and a slam dunk with Liquid. 2 versus 1. Again, Purple and Nats. Again against Chronicle. The same site. But will it be the same result?
He's jiggle peeking every angle. He's looking for Nats, and instead
Favor going into that final map with this kind of performance. Although Nats is taking Derke down, they've still got to deal with Jamppi, get through that Viper Orb, and Cron gets a crazy spam, a double, perhaps even a collab.
Opener with a bandit running at them last round, so it's definitely not a done deal. That might seal it, though. The thing is, they will get a post plant, and actually,
Wayne planting?
I hope Wayne's planting, because Purpo currently has
Purpo, is
0
Wayne gonna
orbs.
plant? Purpo?
So,
Give him the spike.
yep, he's looking. No. Okay, they're just baiting out. They're baiting out. He's going to give it to him. No, he's not going to give it to him. Okay.
Actually, to be fair, 2v4, if you're playing post plant on that ult, you're a fool. Better off to put it on Purpo. Wayne will probably die here in a 4v2, get it for next round, or
Still nice to
get
have.
a pick. And, I mean, if he can use it to win the round without getting a pick, I would be flabbergasted. I think this gives them more orbs total with a 12-3 scoreline, more chance to play back. And most importantly, if Wayne can find a pick, they have that online. But if they sit on site and wait against 4, I can't see this working out.
Oh, the first, I think. Oh, I was going to say, that needed to be. There's the ultimate. Immediately looks to use it, but he's got a man behind him. That time is already taken place on himself. Needs to turn. Oh, he has turned. Now looks to try and isolate a 1v1. He's going to find it. Leaves it down to just PROFEK, and the time is gone. He's done it. He's closed it. There was no way they should have won it like this. But the youngster went.
Beacon, this is going to be a crunch on the elbow, the very spot Vitality have sent the majority of their players to, and they're walking into a trap, expecting one or two, but they're finding the whole squad. Nice shots by Jamppi and Chronicle. They've pulled it back. Team Liquid sprung a trap. They caught so many of their prey, and in the end, it's the advantage to the surprised squad. How have Vitality ended up with this? But they've still got Nats to deal with.
They walked into the lion's den,
One enemy
but they
remaining.
missed out on the biggest lion of all. Only one standing. Nats knows exactly where UNFAKE is. He's got to try and escape this. If anything, he's just looking to run him down. Now, bear in mind, this will take time. Had to hit the vulnerable, but it doesn't even matter. It might actually hold players to this side of the map. They've seen it go all the way through, but that's a big early fight. Get rid of MiniBoo, take space in mid control. But with how much space they've garnered, they're now actually going to go walking back. I think the only thing that can go wrong here is if somehow there's a timing caught from Nats. And there is. He's just dropped the spike.
Yeah, that's causing issues. Luckily, Chronicle didn't get seen by the drone that came out on mid. He's able to get the jump on Nats, take him down, spike back in Vitality's control. 4-3v2. Got to be careful here.
Left.
Wayne's already delivered some stellar performances. He closed out that last map, TP to fake the position. No rotate from him, and he'll be caught in the end, leaving Purpo alone, and a cleanup from Vitality should end here. Nicely done, at least to start with. And that spam is deadly from Chronicle. MiniBoo caught by the drone, but now the trade is there so quickly. 4 versus 4, we're back to square footing, and it looks like Camo's the one ready for this fight, but Vitality are walking straight past. They've wrapped their way into heaven. I think they just got spotted. The second player, not so much, but Purpo is clean to start.
Wayne desperately low. And Nats now going probing into mid. This is clearly something that Vitality are targeting. Derke pushed it in the last round. They've done the same in this one. It must be a gap that they've seen in the defenses of Liquid. That gap has been filled, though. Well aware of it, and Nats now looking for the kill onto Derke. This fight is so integral to their defense. As the remaining players look to come out of A main, they will at least have a post plan, but in fact, they're going looking for more. They wanted the fights.
Decoy. Camo, they know that he's here, or at least was, with that decoy going down, but he's gotten really, really close. Maybe a chance to catch them off guard. Depends on how long's left on that reveal from UNFAKE. Well, yeah, actually just going to get swung by 2. PROFEK and Derke find him in the open, and with Wayne on 5, this round should be cleaned up, but we've counted Wayne out before, only for him to go and deliver a stellar performance. There's the info as well. Oh, what a shot! And he knows where the last player is. Derke doesn't know that he's been seen, that he's been ran. No way!
Space of 5.
Yeah. 2 rounds.
Showing you why.
2 rounds in the space of 5. That could be in the top 5 of the EMEA, depending on how this goes.
That one, there's no questions.
Yeah.
I think
5
both
HP,
are,
yeah,
I'll be honest.
I really do think both get in there. Jamppi doesn't get in there at all, though. He's being shut down. Nats finds one, so does MiniBoo, but then there's a response. Now there's weapons picked up as well, and Vitality look a little bit healthier, but Wayne, the thorn in their side twisting and turning as rounds go on. His timing is absolutely stellar, and they are none the wiser. The wraparound from Wayne. Another big round on the horizon. The spike down, and Derke and UNFAKE have to wrap back across these players with Purpo holding. There was no chance. And UNFAKE, he is surrounded. He has info on where all 3 were, at least, but look where Wayne's gone. They're taking no chances on the side of Liquid.
He knows where the spike was dropped as well, so he sort of left it in a position of, okay, I can wrap round and still get eyes on it. If he tries to escape, I'm there waiting for him. And that is the game plan. And that game plan is working. Sure, he was revealed, but that's insane.
Yeah, revealed, but still jumping around. It's a nice shot to hit, even if you can see the man. The back off from Jamppi has unfortunately sold Derke out. Vitality with the trade. Jamppi's kept them in. 2 valuable picks for him. The lead for Vitality might help them out. Having the man advantage when the Viper's pit is up, it's going to make it much easier to avoid that deadly ultimate.
Yeah, that is... If you expect Nats to just stay there the whole time, he's always moving, always peeking, and more worryingly, Wayne's still alive, so it doesn't matter if this ends up in a 1v4, he might still be able to win it. Just try and get the top 5 clutches all in the space of a map and a round. For now, though, well, it's the right read, I'd say, by avoiding the pit, but 2 players are going to be ready and waiting. Sat in the corner is Purpo. He's more expecting a push to come through into middle.
30 seconds left.
He heard the decoy.
But he is wrong because of that.
Yeah, they pulled him into that fight with the decoy and a span through the smoke. It's just taking Purpo out. After a big play to backside on Dwayne. I mean, this round should be Vitality's. Even going into those 2 players, the only fear was that corners aren't cleared, balls are dropped, and you end up in a position where you don't have trades set up. Now there, the first one's fine. You don't know where he is. Now we need to see them give no opportunity to Nats. This is a man who will take the clutch if you give it to him, and Liquid have got too many rounds so far in the last 2 maps that they shouldn't have. There we go.
When it comes to their attack side, and well, not a whole lot to play with in this one. A singular rifle available for Nats, and already 2 players dropped with early presence in middle. They'll need a hero once again.
And the Marshal's been recovered at least, but Camo's not going to have a chance to use it up this close. A headshot from the Sheriff maybe a bit more likely. And they haven't cleared him just yet. There's the chance. 1 drop, 3v3, waiting for another, and they've given it 1 by 1. Now the ult to get out. The advantage firmly claimed here for Team Liquid. 2 rifles and that Marshal and all of the info to work with. I mean, they're boxed in. Where do you go for Jamppi? You have to get that plant and hope they offer individual fights, but this one has been
Spike planted.
a real surprise. Oh my God.
Oh, he's going to get out there if he wants to. Just trying to play the close angle, not wanting to give it up, but it's Camo again.
Sight. You notice the Marshal or a pistol or anything is missing from the floor. You know someone's there. They had the pointer, there was a snake in the grass. The fact that he finds 1, all right. The second is a bit unforgivable. And the fact that he then has ult to get out of there completely cost them the round.
Not. That lower bracket run from Liquid.
Plant a spike.
It's something we have talked about pretty much since this org entered Valorant, and while Camo is going to catch Jamppi with his pants down, tries to escape from the ult. Camo has managed to dodge everything, and because of that, again, he's the snake in the grass, the man they couldn't quite catch, like smoke fading away. And MiniBoo's looking for the backstab. Oh, this could be a nasty surprise. He's taken the right route as well. Again, Liquid are so good at faking distractions, throwing in pieces to set up the remaining man. UNFAKE now left in a clutch of his own, but just look how many he rounds away from another match to qualify them to an international. Remember, Mitch, they missed 0 international events last year. They want to kick this tournament off with another added to the list.
No, they're certainly on the right track. Vitality are 3 versus 4, though. We'll get a plant towards that B side.
Got a plant.
That's where we start to pull back to those statistics. What, 81% post plants? Okay, because there's been a lot of diffuses, 4 so far, I think, for Team Liquid. The post plants haven't looked that great, but this is where they can turn that tide back in their favor. Look how passive Purpo is. He's given them that space. He let them fight for it. He knew they would. And now he can play super late back into that control while the squad is looking in the other direction. It's so smart, but the shot doesn't land. And they're looking the right way, but Vitality this time are the ones hitting the shots. It's Jamppi with a triple, eclipsing that performance from map 1 finally. And Purpo to save gives Vitality 3. They have got a round on the board at long last. Indeed. It ain't over till it's over. That man knows, but
They
it's over.
can't just allow that space to be had, and one ult that is good for countering him is that one, but then you go straight back into the operator again. A 3v5 just to claim your 4th round.
Well, he's found those 2 picks in mid. Same spot. Actually, the X is almost overlapping. And now the rotate's in.
30 seconds
Mid has
left.
been left open, and instead MiniBoo is now sitting, waiting on the backside. But he's been spotted at least, and then goes sliding in! The shorty claims a double, but hold on! Being picked off after, and the spike retrieved is now potentially given a plan, but look at Camo flying under the radar. He's now the last man standing! And the mistake shown, 10 seconds! Camo needs to be yesterday saying, well, Vitality's problem today was Alpha was playing like Nats. Now they got Nats on the other side, and he's also a problem for them now. Already taking a few shots, and will be first blood.
So far, but when it comes to qualifying for events, when it comes to the final half of a final map, anything can change. What isn't changing, though, is Liquid's ability to fight back already. We have found a couple of kills going in return. Chronicle gone, Derke gone. That old Fnatic duo not clinging to life. And that will be a post plant. And as you said, this pistol is worth its weight in gold.
I mean, they need strong foundations for the comeback. So high to climb. But losing the pistol, oh, this would be devastating. Their chances wane. A force by round 2 can even be discussed. This is such in the dust, not just here, but in the last map as well.
Yeah, they've had everything. They've had clean sweep rounds, they've had clutches, they've had comebacks. The fact is, though, in the because right now Liquid are, well, they've got them half buried.
Now we heard it from Uli on the desk as well. Oh my goodness, Derke down, hold on. They might not have time. Liquid accelerate quickly into the site. Now Vitality forced to play that retake. And for Vitality not having Sayonara, it changes the roles they play. The whole team has to swap it up, and maybe it'll look different when he does step onto that stage, but not to fault UNFAKE either. I think he's been doing a great job. Had some really big rounds. Kind of bad to say that when he's 4-13. It's not been a good map, but...
Oh, this one, they need to win this retake. MiniBoo, he's playing an off angle because he's so low, but that trade is fine. You lose the low HP player, and you bring things back. That time is ticking. Nats from afar with an outlaw might just be the nail in the coffin. Doing damage, PROFEK, Chronicle, but now it's all on to Nats. No one worse that could be in this clutch. That time is already ticking. It already looks like it's done. That spike will be going off, and you just...
He's asking, are they going to try? And we're asking the same.
They didn't even need a Red Bull clutch there. A better start at least. Derke at least going to try and deny some of that space being taken, but it's already gone, already sent through. Camo looking to try and close it. Derke fighting tooth and nail. He does not want to go out of this tournament. He does not want to miss out on another Masters. But now it's in his teammates' hands. Chronicle only with the stinger, but at least he's got a little bit of space to play with. Up close is where this gun
I got spike.
does hold some value, but the fact is, Liquid don't need to go this way. They don't need to fight this. Now, the good thing for Chronicle is that probably gets him an upgrade. The bad thing is they're going to be on the wrong side of the map.
He gets there, and Wayne is sent out towards middle, playing that late lurk, smoke for the spawn, but this is it. The timing here, it's everything. Jamppi's looking the other way, but Wayne decides not to go. That could have decided the round, and it will. In fact, this battle will be it with Jamppi checking and finding his mark. Wayne is down. Then MiniBoo, the one to stand here. 1 versus 2. Tucked in the corner. Here's the steps as they close in the distance. Gets the jump on Jamppi, and just Chronicle, the leader on the other side, to take down the shots from Orlando. Chronicle buys in here with the orb. A play into the B side off of it. No, they don't think that they need it. Instead, just running it through. Already one falling. Jamppi standing a good chance with that outlaw. A single shot to anyone to take them down, and he relocates for the retake. Vitality evidently not looking to go quietly into that night. They will go kicking and screaming, and Jamppi finding another. Seems like they won't be going just yet.
They're still got to be careful, though. That Hunter's Fury has been claimed. Unfortunately, the position of it is probably the worst ever. Nats would need all 5 in that scoreboard, and they're losing 12-5.
No danger here with the Hunter's Fury, as we've seen, but Derke wants to again get aggressive. It only has to fail one time, and they will slip out of contention, but this is not the time that he will fall. Vitality, well, they're trying to break back into that space. The flash was awkward, but the shots most certainly are not. Wayne It would be a...
20 seconds left, and they have not moved Derke from his aggressive position. He's going to be the same spot he's been for the last couple of rounds, and he also has Chronicle with him, who has
30
both a
seconds
Viper's
left.
Pit, but also a Snake Bite, which I'll be honest, I think is more deadly in this scenario.
Well, 25 seconds without a doubt. The thing Liquid are doing right here, though, is splitting through mid. The thing they're doing wrong is waiting so long. 20 seconds. Any delay here will be enough for Vitality and 2 picks. And that almost puts this play to bed before it begins. Dirk is wrapping around on site. They've even committed to this round's gone. Let's save it up for the next. And
The thing is, it's actually not a bad read in the end. Even though everything happened, PROFEK is immediately going to use that paranoia, but the pressure is in. MiniBoo spamming, that's the start they were looking for. We haven't seen them with an opener in a while, and now the pressure goes back onto Vitality. Sure, you won 6 in a row. It means nothing if you lose 1.
Now we set for Vitality. They had some serious fight left in them. They haven't been willing to go quietly into that cold, dark night, out of kickoff. But this could be where it all goes wrong. MiniBoo whiffs the shot. 2 picks for Vitality. Numbers back to even, but they've got to go. The time is ticking. The wall buying that space, and purple will fall. But the snake bite here, making it so difficult. A spam could end this. They need to drop that pit. And with Wayne around the back, it should be over.